And we are live, guys. Welcome to yet another live stream from Men of High Value channel. My name is Joseph Darling, and today I want to talk a little bit more about what we started yesterday, which is the hedgehog concept. And one of those circles are what you could become the best in the world at. Now, the book Good to Great goes through this in painstakingly detail. Alright, so you have to read the book. I'm just planting seeds for you getting the desire to get hold of that book and then read it 12 or 15 or 20 times. So, one part of it, could you become the best in the world at what you love to do? Right? The hedgehog concept is not a goal to be the best. It's not a strategy to be the best. It's not an intention to be the best. And it's not even a plan to be the best. It is an understanding of what you can be the best at. Now, that is a massive distinction that you have to figure out. As an example, let's say a young student gets straight A's in mathematics in high school, and he basically does amazing on the SAT part. Okay, so that's how you that's a test that they take in the States in high school, and he does amazing on the math part. Now, people would think that this guy, he should be a mathematician because he's just amazing at it. And then he goes further on to college or takes a test in order to get into college, and he finds out that a test that he would take 3 hours on in terms of math, you suddenly have Chinese people who are genetically coded for math and did it in 30 minutes. Now suddenly he discovered that becoming a mathematician was not a very wise thing for him to do, because he could not become the best in the world at it. Just like me. Like, I loved basketball growing up, but my family are quite short. So I kind of inherited that in some ways from them, and I'm simply 5'9". Yes, there are people in the world that make a lot of money and they're less than 5'9". But the percentage, the probability of becoming the best in the world at basketball, being raised in Norway and starting basketball when I'm 11, and I just could not become the best in the world at it. So instead, keep it as a hobby or pull the plug, is what I'm saying. And that's what happened to me. And, okay, so you move on from this. Let's talk about time and money. Time is a finite resource. You only have 24 hours of it 7 days a week. Now, interestingly enough, rich people or people who live the life that you want to live also have the same amount of hours. Yet, you seem to not have time or capacity to do what you love, or to create the results in your life that you want, or to create the exponential growth curve that comes through consistency. They are investing their time differently than you. Most of the time it's because that they're investing their time in things that they can become the best in the world at, and things that actually produce cash flow and produce results. Massive results, exponential results, passive income. And yet, here you are focusing on having a job. Very often. That's a problem because you have a short lifespan. We have such a short time that we spend on this planet. So you got to figure out, are you investing your time wisely? That's what we're helping you to try and figure out. Now, when it comes to money, however, money is infinite. There's an infinite amount of money that can be created, because money is simply a medium of exchange to exchange value from one person to the other. Now, is there a limit to how much value you can create? No, there's no limit to how much value you can create. That's why there is there's no limit to how much money that can be created. Alright, so just put that in your brain. And we can see that there's so much money out there in the world. And yet, here you are, barely scraping by. It's like the math, like we spoke about earlier, doesn't add up. And that is something that even a 7-year-old could understand. Now, we need to understand it, and we need to grasp that concept of understanding that there's tons of money out there, and we just simply have to go and get it, simply from becoming high value and creating lots of value to the marketplace. What does this have to do with you becoming the best in the world at what you love? It has everything to do with it, because right now you're allocating resources, the small amount of money that you have and the small amount of time that you have. Where are you investing it? Are you investing it in becoming the best at what you want to become? And are you investing that small time and that small money you have in order to understand what you can become the best in the world at? Or are you simply going on the treadmill of life, the rat race of life, of just producing income? The one thing that's stopping you now is fear. It's simply fear of success, fear of what's going to happen if you reshift your focus from what you're doing right now to what you could become the best in the world at. Watch this video one more time and just rerun through yourself. Like, what am I doing? What am I doing with my life? Am I progressing to where I want to go? Am I using my time and money wisely? Because I would pull the plug on anything that will not produce massive exponential growth in your life. It's time. There's no more time to waste. Like I said, 24 hours, 7 days a week. And how many seconds do you have in your life? Approximately 2.5 billion seconds. Where are you using your seconds? This is the Men of High Value channel. My name is Joseph Darling. I'll see you again tomorrow.